Hey guys, TALON Grips Installation video here. This one for the Walther PPQ. This is a beautiful firearm. This firearm does have 3 different available size backstraps. On the firearm for today's installation, I'm using the medium size backstrap. Whether you have the small, medium, or the large backstrap installed on your firearm, this rear wrap TALON Grips will work. The only difference is the amount of coverage on this backstrap area. So getting started here, we follow along on our instruction sheet. We've got first thing to do is field strip the firearm. You can see that has already been done. Slide is removed. There's no magazine in the mag well. Ammunition is in a different location for safety. If you're not sure how to field strip your firearm, refer to the manufacturer's instructions. The next step on the TALON Grips instruction sheet here is to test fit the grip. Make sure we have the right grip. This one, it's real easy to tell because we have this little PPQ graphic outline here cut out by the TALON grip. Kind of test fitted here. We can see it's a rear wrap grip, going to come around and wrap around under there just like the Glocks do with the 3 fingers that come around under the trigger guard. So the next thing we're going to do here is using only alcohol or rubbing alcohol, which was provided with the TALON grip. We're going to go ahead and use this alcohol pad and clean up this whole entire grip surface area. Want to make sure it's free of any oil from our hands, any dirt, debris, anything that might cause failure with that adhesion. I had already cleaned this, so I'm just going to let that sit for a second while it dries. I'm going to go ahead and start removing the backing on my grip. This is the granulate grip we're installing today. Same instructions for the rubber grip, however. Some people like to remove only part of the backing. I prefer to remove the whole thing. Now I'm going to use the graphic outlines and starting on this left side, kind of begin to place it in place. I'm looking specifically at that PPQ, how it outlines there. Then I'm just going to kind of roll it around the back strap, checking for alignment, making sure that the grip looks like it's going on level. When I say level, I'm talking about in relation on the lower part of the mag well here. Looking for a nice even reveal. So once I kind of have that laid out all along the back, I'm going to go ahead and work my way up the firearm on each side. Now I know I'm going to tuck these fingers underneath here, so I'm not going to press down real firmly here, but I am going to work on this kind of back strap area, the side of the back strap, up here by the mag release, looking for a nice reveal right around that mag release. Setting it down nicely. Switch over to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. So kind of working my way up. Now this PPQ does have several little grooves in it, so I'm trying to work my way into those, getting rid of any air bubbles that might be trapped in there. And also, when we apply the heat in step 5, it's real crucial for getting those set down along all those different grooves. Go ahead and set down this back area. Again, I'm just working real slowly. If you do have a little misalignment, it's not a big deal. You can gently pull back on that adhesive. What I would say is anywhere where the grip's real thin, like along the PPQ here on each side, be real careful, real cautious when pulling that off, as the last thing you want to do is rip that grip before you get it installed on your firearm. Now I'm going to just kind of tuck this, or rather pull this up a little bit So I can begin tucking my little fingers around. And again, as I do that, I'm just trying to work out any air bubbles that might be in there. Get this thing to lay down nice and flush. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but the lines do follow nicely along here. You can make sure that they're sitting real level. Kind of follow that factory stippling around. Now that I've come across, I'm just going to tuck this over. Now that I have my grip in place, I'm just going to go around and kind of tighten it up, firm it up a little bit before applying the heat. Important thing, I don't know if you noticed, but as I was coming around, especially that initial time, I just rolled the grip on. I didn't pull it, didn't stretch it. You know, some of this backstrap area, it looks like, you know, it's going to have to be worked just to set down a little bit once we get the heat applied. It really tends to help with that. Really push down these little notches that come up around that PPQ, makes it look real nice right there. Hope you can see that in the video. Alright, we're looking pretty good there. Now what we want to do is we're going to apply heat. I'm using a heat gun. If you're using a heat gun, you know, especially be careful. You don't want to overdo it on the heat here. It should never really get hot to the touch. You should be able to grab the grip at all times. Just kind of want to add a little bit of heat, get it nice and warm, and then really set it down in place. I like to use kind of the meat of my palm. It has a little more give, so it really pushes it into these little grooves and creases on the firearm. I just tend to work my way right around. Of course the phone would ring. Not a good editor of the videos, so I'm sure that'll be in there. Sorry about the phone. One thing you really want to do is apply that heat a few times. I went around it once there. I'll probably do it 2 or 3 more times around the entire firearm, and just really make sure you're pressing, especially these outside edges. That's where you know, if any dirt or debris gets in there, it could definitely start leading to problems with the adhesion. But I'm going to save that for after the video, so you don't have to sit through that. But that's how we go through the installation on a granulate grip on the Walther PPQ. Again, this was a rear wrap installation, which means that the grip starts on the left, comes around the rear, and then tucks under the front and under the same left side. If you guys have any questions, send us an email, info@talongrips.com. Thanks so much. Just wanted to come back one more time after heating the grip a few more times, really setting it into place. You can see it really conformed nicely to the manufacturer's grooves here on this Walther PPQ. The grip does fit very well around, leaving a nice even reveal around the outside edges, around this mag release. This is the M2 version. The M1 version of the Walther had the trigger mag release, and this grip will fit that also. Again, any of the size back straps it fits. You can see where it's fairly tight up here. And on the smaller size backstrap, you just lose a little bit of this hump, so it still works out very nicely. On the larger backstrap, it just has a little bit more of a reveal in between kind of the sides and then this middle back piece, but also fits very nicely, has a great feel to it. Of course, you always want to make sure that you're not, with your alignment, you're not covering up any part of the mag release for functionality, as that could cause a malfunction. But thanks again for watching. This is the TALON Grips on Walther PPQ.